everyone. Nice to see you all today. This is Perfect A Fitness. I'm Ivan Kajel, and we are interviewing Niki Gainz. And I've got to say, Gainz, you are our first female interviewee. Just want to say congratulations.
Wow.
You've won that spot.
Thank you.
And yeah, I've seen your unfolding. When I added you as a friend on Facebook, you're very popular on the social networks. Seeing the story of your transformation is something really amazing, and it needs to be shared. I mean,
Thank
the plan.
you.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, the PAF. We finally got you on, and yeah. So let's
Yeah.
hear a little bit about what ticks Niki. So let's see what makes you tick.
What makes me
What
tick?
makes you tick?
Um,
What's the story?
Fitness.
What represents
The
fitness?
fitness. The story
All
is
right.
I was afraid to. I'm going to tell you. I was afraid to die.
Okay.
I was living an unhealthy lifestyle. As far as like food and exercise, I didn't do anything, but I could eat.
Mm.
And I would eat late. And I started to think, I'm very young, and I don't want to die.
Mm.
And so I started going to the gym. I couldn't do 2 minutes on the treadmill. When I first went and got my first tour, and they're like, "Oh, do the treadmill," and I'm like, "This guy's crazy. He's nuts. This is ridiculous. I don't know how these people do it. I'm not doing it." And so I started. I mean, you have people come and they just kind of come and they go, and they're not really doing anything different. I was doing that, and then I met this trainer named Donna, who really like zoned in on me. She just, you need to focus. You need to think about it. You need to change your life. You need to do something different. You need to think about what you want to be. She says, you have a goal. She says, don't look at anybody. That was one of the things. I was intimidated by the people in the gym. I saw fit people, and I was like, you know what? I don't have a reason to be here. I don't even know why they're here. They're already looking good. There's no reason for them to be here. And so I was like, I'm just gonna kind of play around. She's the one that taught me, don't look at anybody else. Focus on yourself. What do you want in life? What do you want to be? And I started thinking, I don't want to be like this anymore, because I was going to the gym, but I wasn't losing weight. And she's like, what do you want to do? And at first I'm like, I want to lose weight. And then it was, I want to be healthy. And then it was, I want to change somebody else's life. And then it was, I'm addicted. And when I became addicted, meaning like I realized that what I put in is what my body's going to give me out. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Oh, no.
I put in good things. I try good things. I go for good things. My body's going to give me good results. And when I zoned in on that, that's it. I can't, I cannot go without coming to a gym. Like I told you, I'm here in my home. I feel more comfortable here sometimes than I do anywhere else, because I think the gym understands me.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, okay, she's in a gym. As soon as you picked up the phone, you were ordering a shake at the stand. I was like, this girl's hardcore. She don't play no games. So okay, that's really awesome. Okay, so all right. So I guess I was.
Yep, my protein shake is right here.
That's really cool. So okay, so tell me about the transformation that took place from the change of mindset that you had from before till now. Tell me about the transformation, like the physical.
Mm-hmm.
What have you seen, like the results? I mean, I've seen the pictures, but tell me about the details.
How it changed appearance? What you're asking?
Well, from the mind change. I mean, actually, physically, like what have you been able to accomplish? Like, yeah.
How was it physically? Okay, physically before, when I went to an amusement park, I was afraid to get on a ride because I thought I was going to break it. They had weight limit. I'm always looking at those kind of things. Physically before, I could not walk into a store and buy clothes. Physically before, I felt like I'm the elephant in the room. Like everybody's, looking at, oh my gosh, look how huge she is. And now, while I still have some things where I'm like, I don't know if I can sit on that because I might break it. The first time I can remember going into the store, it was Old Navy. and I bought something off a rack. Like, that was ridiculous. To actually be able to go in a store and like, I don't even have to try something on. I don't have to guess. I know I can fit it. That that's priceless. There's no words for that. To know that I've worked this hard that I can just go somewhere and do something where before I was so limited and, by choices where everybody else is wearing one thing, I was only allowed to wear something else because I couldn't fit anything else. It's hard sometimes getting used to the attention. I can tell you that, because before nobody did or said anything for me, and now people are opening doors, or they might say something nice, or they might say something sweet, and I'm going, what's that all about? Like, I don't understand. But I mean, it kind of messes with you a little bit, but you have to remain like true to who you are to not let it overtake you, if it means anything.
So from your original weight, which was how much in the beginning? Your like your original poundage? Okay,
309 pounds.
And now it stands at?
My highest ever was 300.
Wow,
was 309.
Okay, and how much weight did you lose then from the beginning till now? No.
Have I
how
lost?
much?
130 pounds. I've lost 130 pounds and 76 and a half inches.
That is amazing, Nikki. That, I mean, I've got to say that inspired the heck out of me. I mean, especially hearing your story. I know a lot of like people who are trainers and people who are into the fitness lifestyle.
I can't believe it myself. I've lost
yeah,
like
that,
two
I was
people.
gonna say, like, that's, I mean, that is a big amount. And yeah, I was gonna say, like, people that are into fitness and bodybuilding and stuff, a lot of them, it's like a natural progression from, they've been doing sports ever since they were little, and then they break a ligament, and then then they're like, okay, let's do bodybuilding or fitness. But I mean, it's like completely paradigm shift of almost you have to change your entire lifestyle. I mean, how does that for you? How was the shift, the adjustment? I mean, what is it like for, I guess, the adjustment, for you?
What is it like to, I didn't
for
hear that last
example,
part.
with your family and friends and people who know you compared to, where you are now, like, how is it like for you in these years since your transformation? Or I guess from the,
It just broke up a little bit.
I wanted to ask how is it for you, like, how was it for making the adjustments in your lifestyle? I mean, the people who you were around, the people who used to know you, and, well, just generally your lifestyle, because you told me that it wasn't,
How was it?
Like, how was the adjustment, change of lifestyle for you?
Oh. That was something I was unprepared for. The change in friends, the change in how was that? How was the adjustment? It's hard. It's hard because this becomes such a focus. And I mean, you can't. I'm so determined to like get to my goal, and so determined to like be an example for somebody else, as far as to say I was there, you can do it. That I spend a lot of time here, and everybody doesn't understand that. So I have lost friends. I have people that don't understand me. And I mean, that's hard because I wasn't prepared for that, or they think that you think a certain way, and it's not that you're anything other than, what, look, if you can just let me finish, I promise you'll see. I mean, it's not, you can do it. I just, you get to a point where you're like, okay, sometimes I feel like very hard on ourselves, and we're like, somebody might say, oh, you've come a long way, but me, I'm like, okay, but I just want to do a little bit more. And then I'm ready, I feel like, to be like, okay, put my name out there, show people, and be like, all right, everybody get on the bandwagon and do this. But in that process, there's been a lot of people that I would say that has been hard for me, how it changes your personal life. It really has been hard.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. I know, like I said, like a lot of people, I mean, I'm sure for you, the shift is just, it's just a different shift. Are you, had you been
It's a shift.
athletic before, or like, Okay.
No. I mean, if you want to count
Mm.
two seasons of soccer in high school,
Okay.
then that was athletic, but I wasn't that good at it. I mean, I did it because a friend of mine was like, let's do soccer,
Yeah.
let's do soccer. So I'm like, all right. But other than that, no, not athletic at all. I
Okay.
was a
Ah,
band
yeah,
nerd.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get what you mean. I also had my time in the band camp place. Yeah. 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 Okay. That makes sense. It's just because, well, to me, because I know that,
Yeah.
from seeing your posts every day and the kind of stuff that you're into, that it seems like you're into now. It's very intense. Like every day. I mean, even me, like
Hmm.
I'll have times when I'm just like, I don't really feel like it. But every day, like you've got every day of the week is a special day. Throwback Thursday, Flashy Friday. You know what I mean? Super Saturday to do with fitness. You know what I mean? And you're very like determined. And I can tell like from seeing that. So that's why, I mean, that's
Hmm.
really amazing. So I guess what is the thing that made
Yeah,
you
I
adhere
am.
to this lifestyle? Because I'm sure to see that you had lost weight, and that you were able to be healthier, is one thing. But what made you really like focus on, this is me, this is what I want to do now? Yeah,
What
like
was
what
that
is
last part? What is
the
the
thing that I guess helped you to adhere to the lifestyle? Like made you really, okay, this is what I represent now. Yeah, like
what
what
made
was
me
it that?
really focus?
Mm,
I started seeing a change. There's these little quotes and stuff that we put up sometimes that say once you see
yeah.
results, you become addicted. I started noticing a change in me. I started seeing something
Mm,
change on the outside. I started feeling different on the inside, as far as like I wasn't always tired and sleepy and always feeling like, oh my gosh, like, oh, I'm dragging. I started noticing that, you know what, I can, or like when I noticed a
mm,
determination and that I didn't think I had before. I mean, I've always kind of probably been determined where I'm like, if you tell me I can't do something, I'm gonna do it. But more so determined as, you know what, that looks hard, but I think I'm gonna try it and I'm gonna go for it and I'm gonna accomplish it. Which is for me different in my book. Like, just for instance, right now I can't really do upper body right now because I have a
yeah.
broken bone over here. But I've been doing some jumps on the,
Okay.
I don't know, what do you call them, steps. And you know, before I would have been like, no, I can't even do it. I can't even do it. And now I'm up to like a little bit above knee level. And then doing stuff with TRX that I'm looking at on YouTube. And instead of me saying, oh, that looks too hard, I just, whatever, I'm not going to do it. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go in and try it. Just do it. I feel like there's no stopping. Just go for it. Like, if you fail, you fail. It's okay, but at least you tried. And you can never say to yourself you didn't try. I think
All right.
that's
That's
different in me
nice.
now.
Very, very, very effective attitude to have when being in a fitness lifestyle.
Hmm.
All
Oh yeah,
right.
I'm always I'm always
Yeah.
that's another that's probably another thing. I'm always like, hey, let's go. Like,
No, I find that
I'm
awesome.
always like that.
Even in the fitness world, I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah.
people who just naturally have,
Hmm.
the genetics, and they don't really put a lot of, focus or
Hmm.
determination or real energy or strength into it, But I like to see, you have a very
Hmm.
go for it attitude, and I think that's really awesome as an inspiration. I mean,
Hmm.
definitely it's inspired me to see
Yeah.
some of your posts, definitely, and I know that you're inspiring tons of people around the world through, your endeavors and things. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I hope so. I hope to do that. That is I mean, before I wanted to do some things in the medical field, but now my goal is to approach it from the preventive side.
Oh,
I am a nurse by trade, so I know the medical aspect, but I want before somebody has to get to me, I want them to have done everything. I forgot who it is exactly that says it, and I don't want to quote it wrong, but I know it's something along the let food be thy
ah,
medicine
yeah.
and medicine be thy food. So I'm like, I want people to see it from this aspect, so they don't have to go down the line and get a long history and medical bills and all that stuff. I'm like, if I could prevent those things in my life, which was heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, if I prevented those things in my life, then
Oh,
somebody else
wow.
can do it too. Because I was on the verge of having some really
Yeah.
serious health
Oh,
issues.
yeah. That
That is an awesome point. Definitely, as a nurse, I'm sure you've seen people who have those problems, and they're just sitting there. Oh, I have heart disease or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
they're just taking it uphill after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's like,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm trying to. I want to be able to teach people you don't need the pill. If you can do what you need, if you do what you need to do, I mean, you don't need the pill. And I'm not against surgery because I know people that have had it and I know people that need it, but I'm just want to represent that it can still be done. That whole like change your lifestyle, not just diet, is very true. And everybody doesn't believe it, but I'm a living example that you can do it without surgery. The way that they've always tell us to, to do, just change your diet, change your diet. It's not a diet, it's change your lifestyle and
Okay. Very
exercise.
interesting. Okay. Now that way I guess we've covered the mindset part of it. As far as practicality, what is your mode of
Hmm.
training? And what do you prefer to do? How is it split? How does the Nikki do her thing?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki in action loves to dance. That is my favorite form of cardio. I know people are like, oh, Zumba, but it's not Zumba. I do Latin cardio. And the reason why I've kind of gone back to what I call my roots is because when I very first started going to the gym, remember when I said I couldn't do the treadmill, someone welcomed me into a Latin cardio class, and it was one thing I could do. And now to the point where I do it just about every day. At some point, I hope to become an instructor for Latin cardio. I used to run, but last year when I was trying to call myself get ready for
Mm-hmm.
CrossFit,
Okay.
I wanted to be a CrossFitter. I was lifting heavy deadlifts and I got a herniated disc. And now I can't run like that anymore. So maybe one day I'll be able to run again, but right now I can't. I can't. I told you I'm always like all over the place. So one place on a machine doesn't really work for me, like elliptical and stairmaster and all that. I'm not really good at that. I have to be like moving all over the place. So after my cardio, then it's my next favorite portion, which is lifting weights. Um, I have been trying to do like more of the high rep, low weight kind of a thing to try to tone more. Um, but I don't know. So I lift weights for probably about almost 2 hours when I do
Nice.
when I'm not
You're like
injured.
Arnold. Wow.
I'll go
Okay.
for like 2 hours, and then after that I'll do yoga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. They're always picking at me because they're like, "You're here all day." I'm like, "I'm not here all day. I'm just here for like
Yeah.
2 to 3 hours a day." Because I'm not in a rush. I'm trying to make sure I'm doing my form right. I'm trying to make sure that I'm feeling it where I need to feel it, and if I'm not, I need to adjust. Plus, I'm a social butterfly. I'm
Ah.
always like, "Hey, everybody." So, it takes a while, and then after that, I'll do yoga usually. And I'll go in like a private racquetball room for both my dance and then yoga, and just kind of take some time to myself, focused, bring myself down, because for me, when I'm lifting, I'm like, I'm on a high. My friend, she tells me I turn into some type of a
Okay.
beast. I don't know. But she's like, I hate going with you because I can't keep up. She's like, you're like hardcore serious, and you're like, I don't understand why you can't lift it. Like, do it. And she's like, I can't do that. I'm like, I don't think I'm that bad. She says, I'm telling you,
Oh,
you
let's
get a
see. Let
weight
me
in your
hear some
hand, you're a
details.
different person. I'm like,
Like how different? Like, let's
maybe,
hear the details.
maybe. She says, I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen um My Wife and Kids, where
Oh yeah,
Terry Crews is
Euro
like,
training. Yeah,
Euro training. And he's like, ooh,
yeah.
ooh,
All
ooh,
right.
ooh, and he's doing all this. She's she says that I'm kind of like that because I mean, I might go from doing curls to burpees to squats back up to curls or doing, and I'm going, just do it. Like,
That's
I don't know. I'm
awesome.
like, come on, just do it. Try it. And
Yeah.
she's like, I don't want to do it. I'm like, do it. But I mean, because I'm just like, if I'm going to superset, I'm going to make sure that I'm like, all right, I need to go into it. And then I might take a break after, but I'm just, I got to push myself. Because if you stop
Yeah.
and
Oh
think
yeah,
about
yeah.
it, you're not going to do
Oh
it.
gosh, yeah.
Because that stuff is hard. I mean, like,
Hmm.
it can be really
Okay, so
hard.
you kill it, basically. All right. Okay, so
I
okay,
kill
so
it.
now no gloves.
I'm
Oh,
killing
no
it
gloves.
with no
Okay,
gloves.
okay. All right. So
No gloves.
you are
No
hardcore.
gloves.
Yeah,
That's how
exactly.
hard.
That's how you could
That's how.
tell. It's like, oh, I got my little gloves on. You
Yeah, no
raw
gloves.
hand. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So okay. So now that we covered the training aspect,
Uh,
let's talk. What is your?
yeah. Well, see, I
Yeah.
kept losing. I kept losing my
Oh
gloves.
gosh, I
I
know.
kept
I know
losing
that. Yeah, same here too. Okay, so let's see about your diet.
them.
How does your diet look like? Yeah, what sort of diet do you use to facilitate your?
Right now, I mean, I had a couple years ago, I became vegan. I watched
Oh,
2 movies, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, and Forks Over Knives, and I was like, I'm done. I got to change from the inside out. I'm done. And just this past month or so, I started thinking about, changing my nutrients because I have a different goal. Before I wasn't interested in necessarily competing, but now I want to compete. So in order to compete, I felt like I needed to change some things around. So I added fish and then no to low carbs. I'm trying to do that like 6 days a week and then one day have carbs, and which I try to do my cheat, which people pick at my cheat, but my cheat is popcorn
nice.
because I'm a popcorn. So that's my that's my carb day cheat
Oh, little
meal,
question:
whatever. But other than that,
going ketogenic, or is it
hmm,
like is it a ketogenic
hmm,
like type diet, or just basically just on site? Okay, no carbs.
just basically, I mean, salmon. It's oatmeal and eggs in the morning, salmon and or tilapia, and
Okay.
usually some greens throughout the day. And protein shakes, of course. Occasionally, like I might have one when I wake up, like whey protein, and then oatmeal and eggs a few hours later, and then like now post workout, I'll have another protein shake and some almonds, and then a couple of hours, I'll probably eat some salmon and like over kale, spinach, and carrot kind of
Yeah.
salad, eat something like that. And a few hours later, some more fish and maybe broccoli, and then maybe a protein shake. And so
And
that's
would you
pretty
consider
typical,
what you're
typical every
eating
day.
like a sort of like an off-season diet, or I mean, I guess is this just regular every day for you? That what?
What I
Yeah,
what I what I
like
can
an off-season
what I
diet,
consider
or
it
is it
what
just this every day for you that what you eat?
for right for this is for right now. This is every day for me until, I mean, because I feel like I
Mm.
got maybe a year out before I compete to know exactly for sure what I'm gonna have to get down to do to dial in, because I've always been a believer
Mm.
that my body is very resistant to change. And so even doing this, like people told me, oh, and I've been doing this for like 3 weeks now, and people told me, oh, just drop your carbs, you're gonna see results in 2 weeks. Yeah, my body does. My body's like, yeah, okay, whatever. So I have to go longer to see if it's gonna get me where I'm trying to get to, weight wise, and then I'll know what I need to do as far as toning after.
Okay, but
I'll
for
try to
sure. I
switch
mean,
it up a little bit.
yeah. I mean, for sure, you're definitely gonna do good. I don't even have to be a expert to say that, but I can just tell already from the get go. Also, I mean, on stage, you look like a person who's very social and who's like able to, you know,
Hmm.
be comfortable with the crowd staring at you. Whereas a lot of people are very introverted. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
No, that is awesome. And so, okay,
hmm,
and your screen name, I guess it's Niki Gainz. I'm assuming Gainz
yeah.
is not actually your last name, so it's a nickname. So where did you get the nickname Gainz? Where did you get the nickname Gainz?
Huh?
Or where did you decide to put Gainz
What'd you
as
say?
one of your names?
Okay, so here's the deal. Here's
Oh,
Nikki
okay.
is short for my middle name, which is Nicole. And Gaines, my best friend and I, we love the Hodge
Yeah, of
twins. We
course.
love watching their videos. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. But they're always like making all kind of gains.
Yeah.
So I just adopted it, and she's like,
Gainz.
okay, that's your stage name, Niki Gainz. My real first name is Carmen, but that's where I got it from, the Hodge twins,
They are.
because they're always talking about
Yeah.
gangs. I mean, that's my Instagram name.
No, it works.
Is,
It, it
so
absolutely works.
that's just
I mean,
me.
it's definitely it's a killer.
Yeah.
It's so cool. All right, so okay, so as we're nearing the close of
Mhm.
our interview, I always ask this to all the people participating, and I definitely need to get this from you. If there was a person who you were like, at the start of your your transformation, they're trying to go for it, young person, what would be the thing that you would tell them? What would be the words of wisdom from the experienced Niki Gainz?
My words would be very simple. Think about your goals. Focus on yourself. Don't worry about what anybody else says, because you have to do this for you. In the end, you want to be able to look back and say that you've done the best that you can for yourself.
That is
It's
very
real simple.
profound. I mean, absolutely. I think a lot of people, they have the tendency to retrospect and look around what other people are up to, but for sure, so like the way that you keep it in for you. Like,
Mhm.
at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Really, what you're doing for yourself.
Well, well, the reason why I said it is because it's hard sometimes to know that it's okay to focus on yourself. Because if anybody was like me at that weight, you're so busy making sure everybody else is happy, and you're so busy pleasing people that you forget that you are yourself an individual. And it's not being selfish to take care of yourself. It's not being selfish to want things for yourself, to want goals for yourself. So that's why I say don't worry about everybody else or anything else. Just focus on what you need to do for you. It's okay, and you have to be okay with that. And that's why I'm like, very, very simple. Focus on you. It's okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Give yourself permission.
I'm gonna take your advice, Nikki, and I've had a really great time talking to you, and I'm sure your words are really gonna get through to people. And I wish you the best of luck on your journey towards really making it, being a fitness trainer, being that coach, which I'm sure your testimony and your inspiration will inspire millions of people. And I don't say that fallaciously. It's a very true statement. And
I hope so. From the bottom of my
absolutely
heart, I
will.
hope so. I hope so. One day, I really do.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. And thank you for choosing me
No.
to be the first
Whoop,
female
whoop.
interview person.
All right. So, okay, then I definitely want you on here another time.
Thank
So,
you.
Definitely, Nikki. All right. So, goodbye. This was Ivan Kijel for Perfect Aspect Fitness.
Okay.
Right.